Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Todd Cheek coming at you with another episode of Living Your Best Life. And of course, you know what we do on this show already. But if you don't, I'm going to tell you anyway. Well, we invite professionals on to talk about what they do and how what they do is contributing to a healthier society, a wealthier society, just a better society in general. So we go out there and we're finding these people that are out there in the trenches each and every day doing just that. So today I have an awesome guest on. I met this gentleman on LinkedIn not too long ago, and I was just so impressed with his demeanor. But what he's done in his journey up until right now, this present day, is just nothing more than extraordinary. And you're going to be impressed with Mr. Jose Dicervo of Sovereign Community Outreach. And it's an organization that's helping young people be awesome adults. Okay. And we need that, right? We need that. But listen, you're going to be impressed with this show. So please check them out and listen to the interview on the other side of the commercial. All right. Because you know what the commercial is all about. Yes, that's about the Well Beyond 50 Reset Challenge. It's kicking off. So everybody, listen, get in on it. The new year is just beginning. So we're only in the second month right now, but we want to make sure that you are hitting your goals for 2026 and beyond. What goals are we talking about? Well, of course, your health goals. Well Beyond 50, the Reset Challenge, jumping off. We want you to get on the next webinar that's going to be happening. So make sure you do that, alrighty, to learn more about what the Well Beyond 50 Reset Challenge is all about. Alrighty, so everybody, listen, you guys have a wonderful one, and check out my man Jose on the interview on the other side of the commercial. Catch you in a little bit, all right? Peace.
It's time you get off the pity potty. Stop complaining about being out of shape when you never go to the gym. Stop looking at your stomach when you get out of the shower and your body and complaining about the way you look when you're eating everything in sight and never going to the gym. You just have to wake up. You just have to break that negative spirit. You have to break through all of that shit that you're carrying.
You want to improve? You want to get on a workout program or a clean diet or start a new business? You want to write a book or make a movie or build a house or a computer or an app? Where do you start? You start right here. When do you start? You start right now.
So what's going on, everyone? And welcome to Living Your Best Life. Also welcoming to the new conversation, Well Beyond 50. Alrighty, so let's talk about that a little bit later. All right, so of course, right now we're going to be talking about living your best life. And I have the honor of meeting an awesome gentleman a couple weeks ago. And I was so impressed by what he does and what he's doing with his life and in his community, and just helping people do just what the show is about, helping people live their best lives. And I just had to have him on just so, hey, you can get to know him and be able to support his efforts and his mission, and in whatever way that might look. Okay, just as long as we're supporting people that are doing what he's out here doing. So Jose Dicervo, did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, sir, you did.
All righty.
So, yes.
I took Spanish probably in the 8th grade.
Goes in handy, right?
So some things I'm okay with, remembering and things like that, but very minimum. But anyway, man, thank you so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes today. I totally appreciate it.
Well, you're very welcome. And actually, I want to thank you for having me on and putting me in your network and the people that know you and follow you. And it's just a pleasure and an honor to be able to do that. So I'm grateful and thankful that you thought of me.
Of course.
Kindness, all right? So I thank you for that.
Yeah, of course, man. I like I said, the first time I met and we actually spoke, I was like, oh, I've got to have this guy on because he's doing some really awesome things. So, of course, everybody's probably saying, well, what is he doing? What does he do? So, if you can kind of like give us kind of like a just an opening of what you do and how you're contributing to this awesome world that we live in.
Sure, for sure. So, the children are our future. So I'm excited for that and concerned for that. So that's
Yeah.
why I do what I do. And if I may share a little story about how I got started, I would love
Mhm.
to do that.
Yes.
Um, many, many years ago, probably 1992, 93, I was teaching martial arts at the time. And I had the privilege of teaching a first class to a young 12, 13-year-old kid, a boy, whom enjoyed it. And then I never saw him again.
Mm.
That got me concerned because usually you'll come back or there's some point of contact where you tell me I liked it or didn't like it, but I never heard anything. About 6 weeks into me trying to contact them, the sister had called me back and said, "Haven't you heard?" And I was like, "No." And she said, "My brother committed suicide." And my first thought was, how did I miss it? How did I miss this young kid in front of me having a great time smiling? The father was so happy. And from experience, it looked like, well, he would join my programs. And that day I was like, I will never miss this again. I am going to devote my energy, my time, and build my skill set to identify these things that can lead to what this young man decided to do. Shortly after, I met the mother, and she was, clinging in the uniform and came back to me. And I immediately knew who she was, though I never met her. And her breathing, you could see the moisture of the air because it was cold outside coming in. And she was looking very depressed. And I immediately went up to her, hugged her, and she started sobbing. And she said, "You had a great impact on my son in that one class." So then I was like, immediately my head went, if I had such a great impact, why did he do that? Right. And so I decided, well, I'm going to get involved in the lives of children. I don't want to just be a mentor. I want to get involved. I want to disciple them, train them, lead them, guide
Mhm.
them, give vision to them, impart in them. Right. And that journey brought me to where I'm at today. And today, that's what we do. We have a nonprofit named Sovereign Community Outreach, and we work with families and children from the ages of 5 to 17 years old and their parents. And the reason why, because the family unit is also under attack. You have single moms or single dads raising kids, training them the best way they can. And there's a big gap there that needs to be closed. And so I've made that my mission as well, along with my wife, to help these families create a wholesome environment, home unit, develop a vision and a mission so that these children can live out their dream, understand they have a destiny, they have an identity, they have a calling in their life, and that they should not settle for anything less. And that's it. That's what we do every day.
Wow, what an amazing mission, man, and vision. And thank you for just thanking God for giving you that mission and vision. Because we need people like yourself, bottom line. Um, question. So tell me a little bit about what you guys focus on um, in your nonprofit to help these kids grow into productive people and human and adults and things like that.
Yes, sir. It's a great question because it has evolved to what it is now. And I believe it's going to continue evolving as the finances grow. I'll impart more into it and just do even more. Right now, we have a regular um, leadership training program, develop leaders of tomorrow today. We have entrepreneurial program, we call it the Stormpreneurs, to be able to extract the gift cluster that they have, the skill set, their personality, how it matches, give them ideas or extract their own ideas, and then direction. Some of them will be entrepreneurs, some of them will just be professionals, some of them will be just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is to really develop them to be successful citizens of society that can lead effective and happy lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we also have about 9 elements that we focus on, and that is fitness, nutrition, obviously martial arts, relationships. We do all those things, leadership and connection, how to be able to connect with each other,
Gotcha.
creating patterns for them to understand life with principles rather than with feelings, and to be able to understand how to appropriate the feelings that are going to help them excel rather than holding them back. And so it's a great endeavor that we have. And we take it very serious. I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
just love these people, right? Sometimes it's not easy to love them, but that's the important part. You got to love them through the whole thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we do.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. So tell me a little bit about who Jose is and also was. I mean, where did you grow up and how was your childhood life? Because a lot of times in you don't have to go into it too deeply if it's too personal or whatever, I don't know. But a lot of times, we see things or we take on endeavors based on, how we were brought up or what we saw in our upbringing. So who was Jose when he was a kid? Where was he a kid and all those things?
Yes, thank you for asking that. As you know, I'm Cuban. I
Hmm.
came from Cuba at 11 years old. But the 11 years old in Cuba were very impacting and pronounced in my life. It really did some things that I would say helped me become who I am today. From seeing my mother suffer, from seeing her creating out of nowhere so that we can eat, my father working and being taken away from her. He was a doctor over there. And you would think that you will have it good, but no.
Mm,
And waiting over 10 years to get the visa to leave Cuba. So
mm,
finally it came and we went to Spain. Spain was my first of everything.
hmm.
First Apple, Pepsi, Coke, Sprite, 7 Up, chiclets, all kinds, hams, food, an abundance of everything.
Yeah,
And I wanted it to be like that forever.
yeah.
It was so good. I mean, from one extreme to another, in my mind, I rather have the abundance. And that was there. We were there for 6 months because the visa was to come to the US.
Hmm.
So when we came here, we faced another challenge where my father didn't know the English language and he didn't really understand and he couldn't become a doctor here. Once he tried to go to Miami, where all the Spanish people are, it was a little bit too late. They had changed the law.
Mm,
And so it was a little too late. Not to mention that I didn't want to go because I was already making friends. And you know how that goes when you're young, but
yeah.
entering your teen years, you think you know everything. And then, that led me with an internal frustration. I seen my mother work in factories, my father cutting pockets of jeans for 10 cents a dozen. And that was a lot of work. I would contribute as much as I could. And right before that, we were on welfare.
Hmm.
And it's easy to get used to
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
given to.
yeah.
But I remember him sitting us down and he said, we're not going to do that. We're not going to live on welfare. We came here for you to get an education, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to work, your mother and I, and you do that. But what I imagined and had from Spain and what I'm living was complete different worlds, and that led me to the streets.
Hmm.
And nothing good comes out in the streets.
Yeah.
And the only thing I could say is I thank God I never went to jail. And sad enough, I could tell you this, I'm glad I never got caught. But there was a transformation.
Hmm.
There was a transformation, and a lot of my friends died, ended up in jail. And I just kept saying, how come nothing happened to me? Why am I still alive? And that just kept playing on me and led me to marrying, divorcing, kids, and just a hard life
Yeah. Yeah.
till 2006. Um, God put in my life a few people that didn't know each other. And they just kept telling me that God is calling me. And I'm like, calling me to what?
Hmm.
And it's like, you need to get together with God. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I would see them, I'll go, oh, here they come again. I'm going to run and hide. But God will always cause you and corner you where you just can't run.
Hmm.
Either give in or you give up, right? Well, the time came for me. And after all those years, I am uh, completely unhappy. But I was making a lot of money at the time, but I was unhappy.
Hmm.
Didn't have a
What,
good life.
what were you doing at the time to make the money?
I was in finances
Okay.
and I had a dojo
Hmm.
and working all kinds of hours, just chasing, chasing,
Chasing
chasing,
the money.
chasing, chasing. And but the intervention came in 2006 and it completely changed my life till this day.
Hmm.
And I gave one business away and transformed the other one, which was the martial arts at the time. And that led me to a really close encounter with God and made Jesus my Lord and Savior. And my life changed. It didn't become easier, it just became
Hmm.
more hopeful.
Gotcha.
And that hope has led me to then really care for people. And, you know, one of my exes, we're good friends now.
Mm, okay. Yeah.
And, we celebrate holidays together with my wife now.
Mm, that's cool.
And if you asked me that 3, 4 years ago, I was like, no way.
Hmm.
But God, right? And so God never wastes anything. So that experience, those even bad things, I use it for good now.
Hmm.
I understand street.
Hmm.
I understand language. I understand behaviors. I understand, you know, family dynamics. And so all that just comes right in, and I'm able to help and transform other people's lives too. And
Wow.
that's what this is now. So I'm a new man now.
What a story, man. What a story. And what a journey. Um, so because I mean you've seen that life in poverty, what poverty can do and what, and how desperate people can become in a life of poverty. And I applaud your parents, man. Are they still around or are they
My mother has passed away.
okay.
She was my
Yeah,
cheer.
yeah, yeah,
My father, thank God, is still alive
yeah,
and
yeah.
well. Yeah.
Good, good, good. And because like it's something that what you were saying about what your parents, doctor in Cuba, but whatever that means, it doesn't have the same impact and weight that being a doctor here. And then you move here, and he can't make things happen, but not in the way that he would have hoped maybe, but at the same time too, the values were being instilled. Uh, and like you said, God doesn't. There's nothing that's wasted. when it
Correct.
comes to, and so I'm a big believer in that too, to say that there are no coincidences. Everything has its purpose.
Correct.
And if you are aware enough just to kind of like tap into the potential of all the instances and occurrences in your life, and understand that it is purposeful and that it can be used for good, then wow, you can turn things around. You can really transform not only your life, but the lives of others. And so this, of course, has led you to where you are now and why you are passionate about what you are doing. And so when it comes to the martial arts, I think we, had spoken one time before, I think I'm more so, when did you get into martial arts? Let me ask you that question. What age were you when you,
Well, my first martial arts was wrestling at the age of 7,
okay,
and that led me then to judo. And
okay,
then, you know, I love judo. I was going to
yeah,
compete in Cuba and all that. And then we left to Spain. Those 6 months, I didn't do anything, but came
yeah,
here and started judo again. And then the sensei closed the school down.
hmm,
And I was like, whoa. Ended
yeah,
up in Kung Fu and then met my karate instructor. And I've been in that style ever since,
yeah,
and which is Shotokan. Then I learned Krav Maga. I did Krav Maga for a while too, still training. And that's that's my journey there. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I say because most people see, well, why did you, what, most people see the martial arts as this physical activity. They don't understand that there's a whole other piece of knowledge that isn't really spoken about, which is the philosophy behind martial arts, which is in some regards the spiritual aspects of what martial arts. So um, I guess the question is when it comes to martial arts, what is your foundation and what is your uh, thought about beyond the physical and beyond the punches and the
Yes.
kicks
Yes.
of
Yeah.
martial
For
arts?
sure. Great question because before my intervention, if you will, right? I was totally into the philosophy of meditating as the martial arts. I learned Hinduism. I
Hmm.
learned uh, even Muslim. I was mixed with so much.
Yeah,
And but like I said, I was not right. My head was
right.
not right,
Yeah.
you know. And so that led me to, I'm going to use it as a vehicle to develop oneself in character, in thinking, in choice making, in communication, in relationship, in health, in wellness, in vision. All these things I believe fit in there. So using it physically and mentally develops you spiritually too.
Hmm.
So I believe that that's the use that martial arts has a tremendous, tremendous foundation on for the whole of a person. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, the whole person, the whole of a person. Like I said, I got into martial arts uh years ago. I'm no longer a student of it. I guess it was just a part, a phase in my life, but I respect it. I respect the physicality of it, but also respect the mindset
Yes.
that you need to have when it comes to moving up through levels of martial arts, because um, uh, like most kids in this country, we start out with Taekwondo.
Yes.
you know. And then I moved into, I really enjoyed jujitsu, love jujitsu. But then also explored just the philosophy behind these martial arts, qigong, and these other types of practices. So, but like I said, I've always thought it was really, really cool that when when you speak with someone that with your level of knowledge in that particular field, that it's way more than just a fighting.
for sure.
Yeah,
You,
yeah,
you don't want to fight.
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't do. And or
Exactly, exactly, exactly. So everyone, I don't know if I connected with Jose, like I said, a couple weeks ago, and one of the things that we connected on was that we were right around the same age and everything. And
yes,
so I thought that was really cool. And so he and I both are out here just doing what we have to do to help, put smiles on people's faces and love in their hearts and see just a better society and all. What are some of your goals for 2026, 27, and beyond, my man?
wow, that's another great question. Um, every year I do goals and I do intentions and affirmations and actually, I have my book here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this
What
is
is what
my
is that? That's
See,
something you.
Believe.
Oh
Yes,
wow.
it's a See, Believe, Achieve book.
Okay, okay, okay.
And this is year 2026.
Yeah.
Being
Okay.
there, right?
Gotcha.
So yeah, I mean, I write where I'm at now,
Mm-hmm.
and then I write where I want to be,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just get pictures of what each area looks like in
Yeah.
fitness, health, education, nutrition, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
these great things. And then I write um, about benevolence too,
Mm-hmm.
giving
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
back.
Giving back. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, number one, I want to be benevolent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to die and be known as a person who achieved so much and acquired so much. I want to be remembered as that guy gave so much,
Hey. Wow.
gave so much, right?
Yeah.
Benevolent.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, I totally want to be that, right? So I practice that.
Yeah.
And as far as what I do, I want to see at least 1 million children transform with their family,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not just the kids, but the kids and the
Yeah.
parents and the child, because they go together. I don't think they
Yeah.
separate.
They do. And I guess the thing is that with parents, um, because I think when you talk about we have to connect with the parents also because they might see you a couple hours out of the week or what have you, but they're going to see their parents
Yes,
every single day. And so if their parents are instilling um, uh, values that are high um,
yeah,
and into their children, then the better their rate will be.
for sure.
But
Yeah.
how are parents are parents resistant at first or do they fall in?
Well,
Yes, I'm all in.
well, I think it's kind of like the same in your business. People want to,
Hmm.
but between wanting and doing, they have a huge gap.
Yeah, yeah.
They have a lot of resistance. And so you have to, I'm gonna say I have found myself having to uh, work with that resistance, how to diminish it to
Hmm.
eventually get rid of it. And a lot of it has to do with how they feel, how
Yeah.
they see themselves. They may see themselves as a failure. They may see themselves as, I don't need your help because I'm doing my best and that should be good enough. And so on and so forth. They may be jaded from previous experiences and relationships. And
Hmm.
and we deal with, I mean, from parents abusing their kids,
Mm.
step parents abusing their stepchildren, to parents overdosing, suicide,
Yeah,
uh, malnutrition, and
yeah,
just poor habits, from the littlest thing to wow,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
for sure. So yeah, there is resistance, even if they say I want to. That's
Yeah,
been experience, right?
yeah.
But with time, trust,
Mm,
and relationship, mainly the relationship,
hmm.
I focus on building the relationship because I don't think you can influence without a relationship.
Hmm.
So if I have a relationship built or well on the way to a good place, then I can begin to influence at that level. And the other thing is, if I'm not giving anything to them
Yeah,
and they're not seeing it, it's not going to work. So I want to make sure that they receive a lot more than they feel like they're giving.
yeah, yeah.
And then I can influence there too. Yeah.
One of the things that you've given so much value today, Jose, and thank you so much, for the pearls that you have delivered upon us today. I truly, truly thank you. You said something a couple minutes ago that just really hit me, and you want to be known for the person that gives versus the person that's acquired, and then that thing, because so much of our world is based on acquisition and is based on conquering. So little attention is given to the person that gives so much. And that, when you said that, I'm like, wow, that was deep. That was deep. And I definitely applaud you, and uh, wish you continued success in totally in that endeavor for sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Giving is, I mean, taking is, you're gonna, I mean, I remember wanting to acquire, right?
yeah,
Wanting to get,
yeah,
and it didn't feel as good as giving
yeah. Well,
personally, right?
yeah, when you can give, it already demonstrates that you already have. And
It was definitely a shift in my thinking
yeah, yeah.
that it wasn't driven from fear. It was driven from the abundance of life.
Hmm.
It doesn't belong to me. I'm
Yeah,
just I'm just storing it. And if I can, there's no vision without people.
yeah,
The
yeah,
people is the vision.
yeah,
So if I can see people succeed, do better, improve their life, be fulfilled, man, that's powerful.
yeah,
And it's not limited to finances either,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's benevolence in all areas.
yeah. Exactly, exactly. Did you watch the Super Bowl last night?
No, sir.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I did last night.
Oh, what'd you do last night?
I rested and rested. I've been having a good month of like nonstop. And last night was an
Ah,
a friend was gonna come over to
yeah,
see it, and then I would have seen it, but
yeah, yeah.
decided to stay. And I said, "Well, I'm glad you're staying because I just need to rest."
The game was really not that really it's not
Okay.
the game was terrible, to be honest with you. Nothing really happened until the fourth quarter. So a lot of people had to wait until the fourth quarter for really, but mostly it was the conversation today was about the halftime show, and that's what everyone is talking about. And so a lot of people are falling on two sides of it. One side is falling on the political right, and the other side is falling on the political left. And so, my and how I'm connecting this is in the uh, performance, the performer Bad Bunny. Uh, One of the things that his slogans was that together we are America, and and it was a really powerful slogan, but it spoke about just togetherness, and that was, I think, the overall message of the whole performance. um and what is so needed um, on the, people to people level, and also just, on other higher levels. We just need to come together, and this is what you're doing, you know, helping connect people to people. And like you say, it's about the people,
Yes,
helping people to people. Because I know that those kids that come into your organization, they don't know each other, but they more than likely bond. They create friendships, they create relationships. You create friendships with the parents, and it becomes this thing where the potential is just so much greater when we all work together. And
100%.
yeah,
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 100%.
yeah,
100%. I think that that is the main thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Find that in the human element, right? We are
Right.
human first.
Human first.
Humans
Goodness.
first.
Let's lead with that. Let's be human first.
Right?
And
Yeah.
everything else, it can be whatever's going to be, but and let's treat each other with that respect.
Yes.
You know.
100%.
Yeah. So Jose, even though it says it on the screens down here, the name of your company, your business, I want you to share it with us. What the name of your company, your business, how we can find you, and all those good things.
Yes, for sure. So you can find me on Facebook, Sovereign Community Outreach page. You can find me on LinkedIn, Jose Dicervo, Sovereign Community Outreach also. You can find me on TikTok, Jose Dicervo, Sovereign Community Outreach. Instagram, Jose Dicervo, Sovereign Community Outreach. Um, and I think that's, oh, on YouTube, you can
Yeah.
find me as Jose Dicervo, Sovereign Worldwide. I'm going to start Sovereign Community Outreach YouTube. So you can find me. I'm pretty public there. And if you like to contribute to the cause, even if it's $1 a month, it's well taken because timing is everything. The thing is to start, and that will be greatly appreciated because the vision is large, the dream is big, and these families depend on it, and we want to do it all together. It's not worth it doing it by ourselves. It's doing it all together. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Sir, thank you so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes today. I truly, truly enjoyed our conversation. And I look forward to a continued, conversation and just building upon the relationship that we started. Jose reached out to me on LinkedIn, everyone, out of the blue, and this is just who he is. And hey, I just want to, just to say hi and reach out. And so, that shows the kind of person that he is. Just like said, hey, let's just have a conversation.
Oh, yes, for sure. I just want to say before we close, Todd, that you too, you're doing an amazing thing. And your desire to connect people and expose the good, because exposure is good and bad. In this case,
Mhm.
we're
Yeah,
exposing the good.
yeah,
You're doing a great job at exposing good for humanity. And I just want to say thank you also for that, and that you continue growing and fulfilling your dreams and helping others fulfill theirs as well. So
awesome,
thank you.
awesome. Thank you so much, my man. It's something that's put on my heart. We get so much bad news and crazy news, and it's constantly bombarding us each and every day. And I just want to give some shine to the people that are out there in the trenches each and every day, like myself and you, out there in the trenches every day, just helping people, like I said, feel a little better, whether it's health wise, whether it's mindset wise. I understand. I've worked with a couple of young adults that were on that edge, when they've had such a horrendous upbringing in their lives. And I've helped, you know, I did my part in helping them um, uh, avoid a catastrophic, at this point in time, a catastrophic outcome. So that I'm mostly proud. I'm mostly proud of that. And
Yeah,
so once again, thank you for coming out and hanging out with me for a few minutes today, man. I truly, truly enjoyed it. And like I said, I look forward to an ongoing conversation, an ongoing friendship to be built from this.
for sure. I definitely desire that, for
Thank you.
sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So everybody, listen, go out and get in contact with this guy here. He is out there in the trenches, as you can, if you've already heard, he is somebody that is a giver. Okay. And this is what he does. This is who he is. And so we need to support these individuals. So please, please get in contact with them. One thing I wanted to ask you right before we go, how can people learn from your program? Is anything virtual? How are young people able to learn?
Yes, actually, our program is online learning,
Hmm.
and for those who are close in the area, they can come once a
Gotcha,
week,
gotcha.
and we have students traveling an hour to come.
Yeah.
But the main program is online,
Okay,
uh,
good.
so they can definitely learn online for sure.
Good, good. As I was just talking, I was like, wait a minute, is it online? Are you virtual? So good. So everybody, yes, you can contact him and you can learn from him. You can have him mentor your little ones online also, and mentor the adults online. So listen, we need these people. Go out there and support them. I know that I am. And so everybody, thanks again. And so, like I said, everyone, in the intro, let's get on this Well Beyond 50 challenge reset. All right, it's time to reset our bodies, reset our minds, and building a better relationship with food, moving more, and also wrapping your mind around what it means to be 50 and beyond. That's what we're doing here. We want to help people get well and stay well beyond 50. So please, please, please get on the next challenge. All right, so everyone, that's Todd, and this is another show of Living Your Best Life. Y'all take care. Be good. Peace.